What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Firestorm. This is the collector's edition, McFarlane. Let's see what we got going on. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Counterculture's in your face. Fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
Alright, as promised, today we're going to be looking at Firestorm. So let's see what we got going on. Taking a look at the box, of course, we are under the McFarlane Collector's Edition. DC Multiverse Firestorm. Here's what you got. Lots of hands, like that already because I say that so often. Lots of hands, some accessories. You've got the card stand, you've got the card back there, and you've got the figure stand in the back at the bottom down there. Flip it to this side, DC Multiverse Firestorm 4. Here's what you got on the back. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Nice looking design on the back here. Really like that. Just simple but effective. Alright, there's some important information down at the bottom. Flip it to this side. Here's what you got. McFarlane Collector Edition. Firestorm. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Number 4. Let's get him out. Fresh out of the box. I like the figure already, right? So, fairly simple in design, but as I said, talking about the art back here, simple but effective, right? Firestorm's a character that I've been wanting to add to the collection. Been waiting for him to come out, so I'm glad that he's finally come around. This is the kind of figure that makes me wish that McFarlane was doing 6-inch scale figures instead of 7-inch. I just, like, I have a bunch of older DC figures, like the DC UC ones and different lines. And I just like the overall aesthetic of 6-inch scale figures, you know, that good 1/12 scale figure. McFarlane with the 7-inch, it's not terrible, but it just does make me wish that we were doing 6-inch here. But anyway, let's move on to this. As you can see, a lot of hands in here, lots of stuff going on. Probably too many hands. I know, like, every McFarlane video, I'm like, we need more hands. And then they give you all of these hands with Firestorm. I just question why I can't get an extra fist with a Superman, right? Just 2 closed fist hands with 1 Superman figure. But okay, so here we go. We got lots of hands. I like it. Most likely going to go with effect hands, either the ones that are already on there or these ones down here. So these are probably surplus to requirement as far as the non-powered hands are concerned. Let's take a closer look, though. Moving in closer, here's what we got going on. So, simple color scheme, effective to the character, so I definitely dig that. It just works. You have three colors and then some shading and wash in there for depth, right? So that definitely works. Like it, like how it looks. I think it's going to look really good on the shelf. You do have all of this in here, which is molded on, so that is good. It's not painted, so that does add a little bit more depth to the figure itself. The abdomen seems to be a little off kilter at the bottom. I've had that with a few figures as of late. Shoulders, again, seem to be very loose. Just happens to be a common occurrence, at least as far as the figures I'm getting. And it typically seems to be the left arm that's more loose, at least in my case here. So, of course, coming up, you do get all of that rotation at the upper shoulder there. You do have a cut at the upper biceps, so you do get a full swivel there. If you can get that shoulder to calm down, that'd be cool too. You are double jointed and pinned at the elbow, so you get all of that. At the forearm, nothing, so this is not a separate piece that is locked in place there. Coming down, you do get that ball joint at the wrist, so I will continue to say that. We already know that's the case, right? So there you go. Nice looking effect on the hand. That fire looks pretty damn good. Coming over to the head, he'll look down about that far, and he'll look up just like that. side to side. You get pretty good range side to side. And of course, all the way around he will go. Hair looks pretty nice as well. Not as dark as the hand effects, so I kind of wish it matched a little bit more. I think the hair looks a lot better. Coming over here, you have the same thing on this arm. So again, a little bit loose at the shoulder. I did switch out with one of the hands so you could see what a powered down hand looks like. I do like the options that they gave for the hands. I do just wish that I could get extra hands on at least a Superman. That's all I'm asking for. Alright, so you get that swivel up at the upper abdomen, lower chest area, coming down towards the lower abdomen into the hips. You have that as well. You can get all kinds of motion out of that one. I do like that. Coming down here, so nothing at the upper thigh as we are accustomed to. You can go up just about there. You can come back about that far. You do start to see the joint split right in there if you go back too far. Coming down to the knees, we are double jointed pinned at the knees. And at the upper calf, do we have anything? We do not. It is a solid run through down there. That's what you get at the ankle. All the stuff that you're used to. You do get that ball down there as well. And you get to mess with that to make it look not so janky. There you go at the toe. Nice and tight for sure. But you do get that very visible pin right there. Boots look good. I like the design, like the molding on there. Nice little traction at the bottom. All of that looks pretty nice. All right. Pretty good. For your size comparison, I do have the DC Direct Deathstorm here. So I think part of me, that's why I wanted it would be nice to have this Firestorm in a 6-inch scale, or, just McFarlane DC Multiverse in general. But anyway, so this is what you can see, what your Firestorm from McFarlane looks like in comparison to one of your DC Direct figures from years ago. So obviously a little bit taller. One's in 6-inch scale, one's in 7-inch scale. But you can see that they did a really nice job with the fire effects. This does look really good, but still, like, the new one looks pretty decent. My shelf is definitely a mix of 6-inch and 7-inch figures, and I kind of, I don't love it like that, but you make it work, and you just kind of pose things in different ways, and it'll all work itself out. But that's my only wish that these were in 6-inch scale, but they're not. So here we are, and as we continue to go, I'm definitely adding more McFarlane than I have of the older stuff, and kind of phasing out some of that older stuff anyway. So all good. I'm sure we'll get a Deathstorm at some point. I don't think we've got this version of Deathstorm, so it's definitely in the pipeline, I'm sure. But there you go. There is your size comparison for Firestorm. Alright folks, so there you have it. There is your Firestorm from Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, as you are well aware. Personally, I like the figure all around. It hits the mark. I'm good with it. I like the design. I like the amount of accessories. Downside for me, even though on every other McFarlane figure I'm like, it needs more hands, this one had too many hands. I need a better distribution of hands. Some of these hands could have easily been in a Superman figure. I'm just gonna keep complaining. I just need 2 fists with the Superman figure at some point. That's all I'm asking, Todd. That's all I'm asking. Great figure though. Looking forward to what it's gonna look like on the shelf. Love to hear your opinions about it, what you're looking for. Let's talk about the 6-inch versus 7-inch scale figures. I mean, I think I'd like to know what the general consensus is as far as what people prefer as scale. For me, as someone who mainly collects Marvel Legends, I am a big fan of 6-inch scale figures, so I would love it if the DC stuff would match that. But I guess the flip side of that coin is I do collect a lot of NECA and older McFarlane stuff, so I have plenty of 7-inch scale figures. But I don't know, something about superheroes in the 6-inch scale figure, right? But anyway, appreciate you for coming and checking out the video, hanging out, staying this long, listening to me rant about hands and scale. So appreciate you for hanging out, checking out the video. Don't forget to check out Instagram. Don't forget to check out Whatnot. Most importantly, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture, it's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.